I Dream in Color by Kelly Haynes. I want to dedicate this book to my two wonderful boys, Ryan and Carter. They are my inspiration, and my hope is that they will remember this book when our sweet and loving bandit crosses the rainbow bridge. I have always been a dog lover and have been around dogs all my life. They are truly any man's best friend. They provide the best sense of loyalty and admiration. Dogs never pass judgment and will love you until their final breath. That final breath is heartbreaking, and one is never ready to say goodbye. I have two dogs, Holly and Bandit. They have been by my side when I met my husband, brought my babies home, and through several moves. They always adjust to whatever changes we endure, happily wagging their tails. Bandit is approaching 12 years old, 84 in dog years, and Holly just turned 10, 70 in dog years. Bandit's health has started to decline in the last few months, and we know we are soon going to be facing the inevitable. Holly senses he is nearing the end of his short life, and so are Ryan and Carter. That brings me to my purpose. Losing a pet is never easy, and it can be very hard for young minds to comprehend. I Dream in Color will take you on a journey through the eyes of our beloved Bandit as he prepares to cross over to the other side. Remember that our memories are a gift that nobody can ever take away from us. This book will help students understand change over time. From the time I was born to the day my picture was listed in the newspaper alongside my brothers and sisters, it had been 6 weeks. My mama told me it was time to go our separate ways, but the memories we made in those weeks together will last a lifetime. I can't believe that was almost 12 years ago. My name is Bandit, and this is a story of my life in black and white. I was born February 7th, 2009. Puppies usually stay with their mom 6 to 8 weeks before they are adopted into their forever homes. I met my Mom March 22nd, 2009. She was a senior in high school and going through a rough time with her parents' divorce. She doesn't know it, but I promised her that day that I would help her through it and love her forever, even when times were tough. We lived in a big white house with a yard that seemed to have no end. Mom would take me on long walks, summer swims in the pool, and she even threw my slimy, stained tennis ball as I repeatedly dropped it at her feet. She never got tired of me, and I never got tired of her. Mom made my dog heart so happy. Every day she would come home from school, I greeted her at the window where I would show off the nose art I painted for her while she was gone. She was so kind to always clean my window just so I could paint her another picture the next day. Mom loved my nose art. Christmas morning of 2010, I was almost 2. Mom brought home this little white fuzzball that was hiding under her feet. She told me that her name was Holly and she was going to be a new sister. A new puppy? I asked myself. Mom didn't understand my barks. I was confused as to why I had to share my toys. It didn't take long to figure out that Holly was going to be the sister that I never knew I needed. A short time later, when I was 2.5, Mom brought home a tiny baby for me to play with. She called him Ryan. Apparently, Ryan was my new brother. He looked quite different than me and didn't look like my brothers from my distant memories. That was okay, though. I licked Ryan with my long, slobbery tongue. I couldn't wait to have another human to run with, play fetch with, and love endlessly. Also, more treats for me. In the spring of 2014, Hugh Mom's belly was getting big again. I remembered her belly growing right before she brought home baby Ryan. I wondered if she was giving me another human to play with. Since baby Ryan moved in with us, we added another human to our family. I call him Hugh Dad. He loves Hugh Mom, Ryan, and me very much. He sneaks me extra treats when Hugh Mom isn't looking. He even taught me their language. I know the words sit, paw, lay down, come, and fetch because of my Hugh Dad. If my Hugh Mom was going to bring home another baby, I had no idea how I would love it as much as I loved my family then. I was watching my human waddle around, putting everything in boxes and loading up a big black and white truck that had the letters UHAUL written on the side of it. I laid around that day really sad. I thought they were leaving me. I didn't get any walks that day, and Hugh Mom and Hugh Dad just kept telling me they were busy. It turns out the next day they loaded me up in the back of the car and took me for a drive. Driving is one of my favorite things to do. I love sticking my head out of the window, watching the cars and trees pass by. I could smell the fresh cut grass and newly rolled out hay in the open pastures. Where were we going? I asked myself. Hugh Mom just told me to not bark so loudly in the car. We pulled up the long, steep driveway, and Hugh Mom said, "Welcome to our new home, Bandit. I can't wait for you to see your new yard." The excitement in her voice got my tail wagging, mouth drooling, and I was pacing back and forth in the back seat. Ryan kept laughing at me and said, "Mommy, Bandit loves our new house." That was it. We had moved to a new house. What an adventure this will be, I thought to myself. Holly was in the other car with Hugh Dad. She was barking at me through the cracked window. "Bandit, did you see all those squirrels in the backyard?" she barked at me. Well, I was right. About 7 weeks after we moved into the house on Dairywood Lane, Hugh Mom and Hugh Dad brought home that same car seat with a baby in it. He smelled like Ryan did when Hugh Mom brought him home. "Bandit, this is Carter. He is your new baby brother." They introduced Carter to Holly, too. She was panting loud and wagging her tail just as I was. We were both excited to have another human to love. We have been living here on Dairywood Lane for almost 7 years now. That long, steep driveway seems longer and steeper every day. My walks are shorter than they used to be, and Hugh Mom gives me special treats because she says they will help me keep my bones strong. I hear Hugh Mom and Hugh Dad talk about how old I am getting and how they need to build a ramp at the back door for me. I'd like to think I can still jump like I used to, but the truth is, my legs don't work as well anymore. I guess one would call me a senior dog now, but my love for my family hasn't lessened one bit. In fact, it has grown. They have helped me go in and out of the back door, brought my food and water to me on days I just didn't feel like getting up. One day the sun was shining so bright and it felt so warm on my black coat. I dug a hole and laid in it all day. It soothed all of my aches and pains. Hugh, Mom, Ryan, and Carter laid on a blanket beside me, petting my warm, soft fur. I thought to myself, I have the best human family in the world. At night, when everyone is sound asleep and the house is dark and quiet, Holly will curl up next to me and kiss my cold, wet nose. I told her I see a beautiful rainbow bridge in my dreams sometimes. It's colors I've never seen before. I told her that one day I will walk over that bridge, and when I do, it will be so vibrant on the other side that I probably won't come back. Holly sniffles when I tell her about this dream. It comes and goes often, but for now, I still wake to the infectious smiles of my human family and my wonderful life as I see it in black and white. I know that Hugh Mom, Hugh Dad, Ryan, and Carter all fear my crossing over that bridge I dream of. I tell them every day not to be sad, but like my mama once said, the memories we made will last a lifetime. I know they do not understand my dog language, but they feel my warm love as I hold their hand with my gray paw and kiss their cheek with my wet tongue. I have protected them for nearly 12 years, and now they are protecting me. I will never forget the wonderful memories we made, even after I cross that colorful bridge.